Hey, I'm Laura Green. I am going to show you how I painted my white laminate cabinet in my hall bathroom to black. Bear with me because I go through different steps to get it rustic, and then finally you'll see what the result is. And if you like this, just give me a thumbs up and subscribe. So you learn something new every day. With these cheap doors, you just pop open this and you just wiggle it out and set it aside, and then you can paint. So we're ready for the first coat. So first coat is not perfect, but obviously you know how chalk paint is. And I just use this brush every time by Wooster. I love using this. I use it for trim, I use it for everything. But they are about $5.50 at Home Depot. And they're bendable and they just move really well. But we'll see how this turns out. Okay, so I've done most of my painting, but I am going to touch up a few spots, and you can kind of see with this what happens. You basically just paint it on thin, and then as soon as it dries, you can go back and do another coat. It's going to be a little bit darker and shinier, and then I will be using this little pad to sand it down. Okay, so this is where I have been touching up a few spots. You can see this is what it's going to look like when it's dry, so it's a little deeper black. And I wanted it to look more rustic, so I am going to go ahead and use this. It's kind of like a wool-like sanding, flexible sanding pad. And that's basically all I do right here. And it looks lighter when I do it, but once you wet it and clean it off, it'll look like the rest of the door. And we'll be done in a minute. So I'm just washing it off, and this is what it looks like. And it'll dry up, and then I'll add a little more white and polyurethane it. Okay, so I'm going to just dip this and kind of get it off some so it's just barely on there. And then you just kind of take it and brush it over the areas you want it to touch. And the good thing is you can always fix whatever you don't. Final look, it's all done, hung back up. Put a polyacrylic clear matte finish on top to protect it, and just whitewashed the handle and put a clear coat of polyacrylic clear matte on top of that. And now I'm about to start on our tile. That's that. So after all of that, I decided to go back and paint it one more time, which is great about chalk paint because you can just redo it. And I did an all black, and I just put the polyacrylic on top, and I like it so much better, especially with the tiles that I put down. Looks great, and we're excited about our next project with some old wood that we're going to be putting in for the countertop. And also we did paint the old silver. Also we painted the silver light fixture with the same black chalk paint. Same thing, just painted it until it was done, didn't even take it down. I'm just the kind of person that just likes to get it done.